Pinky White?
Yes, I am.
All right, is that how you prefer to be addressed?
Yeah, that's
All
great.
right. My name is student Dr. Caitlin Pincack. I'm going to be examining you today. I saw that the nurse did a little bit of a history with you and everything. Do you mind if I sit down?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to go over that with you really quick, and then we will do a little bit of an exam if that's all right.
Okay.
All right, so you are 65 years old?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you came in because you couldn't move your or your right arm and your leg?
Yeah, I just can't move them at all.
Okay, and you said, when it first happened, you were just resting in your chair this morning?
Yeah, I was just watching TV and I tried to get up and it wouldn't work.
Okay, and that was about 2 hours ago?
Yeah, that sounds right.
All right, and then you denied any history of stroke, trauma,
Yeah, nothing.
any headaches?
No.
All right. And I saw we did do a CT scan, so I have those results, and we'll look at those
Okay.
when we're done with the exam. And then you have type 2 diabetes
Yes.
and hypertension,
Yeah.
and then hyperlipidemia. All right. So you have type 2 diabetes,
Yeah.
and then a history of high blood pressure,
Mhm.
and also high cholesterol.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I see you're taking lisinopril
Yes.
and atorvastatin,
Mhm.
and then glucophage.
Yeah.
Would you say you're pretty consistent with taking those?
Yeah, I took them all today.
Okay. And you don't have any drug allergies that you know
No.
of? All right. And then I would like to move into the physical. I'm going to just go over your vital signs with you really quick. So everything looked pretty normal. The only thing I noticed is your blood pressure was a little elevated, but we can recheck that. I'd just be nervous because of everything that's going on.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind, I'd like to start the physical exam.
Sure.
All right, so I'm just going to ask you a series of questions and have you do some things for me. And I'm gonna write it down. So, can you tell me what month it is?
March.
Okay, and then how old are you?
65.
All right, and could you open and close your eyes for me? Great, and then can you make a fist and then let it go?
Only with this hand.
Okay, so that one can't
Yeah,
do
I
anything
can't do
with.
anything with it.
Okay, and then I'm gonna have you just follow my finger with your eyes. And then I'm gonna move it towards you and just follow it in. Perfect. Okay. And I'm gonna stand behind you if that's okay.
Sure.
And I'm gonna have you cover one of your eyes.
Okay.
And then just let me know when you see my fingers.
There.
Okay.
There.
All right.
There.
Okay.
There.
All right. And then I'm gonna have you cover your other eye now, and I'm gonna do the same thing.
There. There. There.
Okay.
There.
So now I'm just gonna have you smile and show me your teeth if you can. Okay, great. And raise your eyebrows for me, and then squeeze your eyes tight, really. Perfect. And then I'm gonna have you lift your left arm to about 90 degrees, so about shoulder height, and I'm gonna count to 10, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, you can lower that for me. And then can you attempt that with your right arm?
I can't move it at
Okay,
all.
so you can't move that one at all. And then I'm gonna have you lift this left leg up to right about where my hand is, and I'm gonna count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, great. You can put that one down. And can you try that with this one?
It doesn't move at all.
Okay, so you can't move that one at all. All right. So we're gonna do a little task. I'm gonna have you touch my finger with your finger and then touch your nose. Okay, great. And then we're not gonna worry about that arm because I know you're having some difficulty with that one. And with your left leg, could you run your heel down your shin of this leg? Okay, great. Okay, so we're gonna do these pages really quick. I'm going to ask you to name some of these items if you can. Can you tell me what this is?
A glove.
How about this?
Key. Cactus. Chair. Feather.
What's this?
Hammock.
Okay, and what's this?
A tree.
How many of those do you see?
2.
All right. And could you describe to me what you see in this picture?
They're in a kitchen. There's a kid reaching for cookies. He looks like he's gonna fall. mom's doing the dishes, there's water running over.
Okay. Alright, and I'm going to ask for you to read these sentences. Do you usually wear glasses or anything?
No.
Can you read those for me?
You know how, down to earth, I got home from work. Near the table in the dining room, they heard him speak on the radio last night.
Okay, great. And then one last little task we're gonna do is, I am just gonna have you, same deal, just read off these words for me.
Mama, tip top, 50-50, Hanks, Huckleberry, baseball player.
Okay, great. And then, make sure we got everything on here. Alright, and so that's good for my physical exam. I'm gonna go ahead and look at those images that we took earlier and go over those with you. Okay, so I see we did a CT scan of your head, and that didn't show any abnormalities. There's no bleeds or anything going on in there.
Okay.
And then we also looked at the blood vessels of your head and your neck, and they didn't find any blood clots or anything in there.
Okay.
So even with this, I am still a little worried just because you're presenting with the weakness and everything. So I would like to consult a neurologist if that's okay.
Sure.
I'm just gonna stay right here in the room with you while I do that.
Okay.
Her name is Dr. Kramer. Okay, so you said about 2 hours ago, and then 1 to 4. Okay, everything normal on your imaging. Based on the recommendation from the neurologist and then what you presented with today and we kind of went over, I do think that you might meet the criteria for having a small stroke.
Okay.
I know that sounds really scary. I'm going to kind of explain a little bit. Sometimes we call it an ischemic stroke, and all that means is that there's just a portion of your brain that's not getting quite enough blood flow that it needs, and that might be why you're experiencing some of those symptoms. I know your imaging showed that there weren't any clots, but we just don't want to miss a small one that maybe wouldn't show up, and so we are going to admit you to the hospital, and we're going to start you on a drug that's going to break down any clots that might be in there.
Okay.
And in order to do that, we're going to admit you to the ICU, and that's just going to allow us to carefully monitor how you're doing and everything, make sure everything's getting better. And the same exam that I did with you today, we're probably going to do that several more times just to assess that everything's getting better.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me about any of that?
I don't think so.
No? Okay. And does that plan sound okay to you?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Okay. And do you have any health insurance or anything like that?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Okay, good. And do you, is there someone you want me to call for you?
My husband's out in the waiting room, if you could get him.
Okay, yes, so we'll bring him on back, and then I'm gonna go get started on everything, and we'll get you moved up
Okay.
to a room, okay?
Sounds
All right,
good.
I'm gonna go get working on that. It was nice to
Okay.
meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay.